amici buoni, it's Pamela, and I am back with what I hope is going to be kind of a short video. It's meant to be a short video, so let's hope it works out that way. Today I'm going to show you a pared down version of my Dr. Greger's inspired Daily Dozen smoothie. So I will put a link to that smoothie that I've already done in the description below. Basically, it's a smoothie that I concocted based upon Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen app. Now, if you're not familiar with that, it is an app that helps you track the 11 foods and or beverages and then exercise. So the Daily Dozen, 11 foods plus exercise that you should be doing and eating every day, according to Dr. Greger. And so he made this app around his recommendations for these foods and exercise that you're supposed to be getting every single day. And I've downloaded the app to my phone. I use it on a daily basis. I love it. I will actually put a link to that in the description below as well. So you should definitely check it out if you haven't already. So anyway, I made this smoothie based upon Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen, and a lot of people have watched it and they're interested in that smoothie. The only drawback is that it kind of has a lot of ingredients, and when I'm, in a hurry, which is like all the time, and I'm out the door, I want something a little bit faster. I guess relatively speaking, that smoothie is also kind of fast to make, but it does require a little bit more prep time than what I'm about to do here. So this one is definitely more expedient if you are in a hurry, you're running late, but you want to make sure that you're getting some key ingredients in the Daily Dozen. So what do we have in this smoothie today? Okay, so I use oat milk today. In the last smoothie I used almond milk. Really, any non-dairy milk that you want to use is fine. So as long as it's non-dairy milk, then that's good. So I'm using oat milk today, and I did actually dilute it with some water. And the reason I do that is partly because I just don't want the thickness of the full oat milk, but also I never really know how much liquid I'm going to need until I actually am into making the smoothie. So I always like to add a little bit of water so that I have just some extra liquid if I need it. Okay, so ingredient number 2 is 3/4 cup of wild organic blueberries. I don't know why I'm turning it that way because it looks the same either way. But yes, these are organic frozen blueberries, and they are wild blueberries. You could use regular, just regular organic blueberries if you want to. I don't think it makes much difference. I like the wild blueberries because they're smaller, and so I can just fit more in. The third ingredient is 1.5 tablespoons of ground flax seeds. Now, Dr. Greger says there's no nutritional difference between the golden and the brown flax seeds. I'm sure there's no nutritional difference, but to me, there is a little bit of a difference in flavor. Maybe I'm just oversensitive, I don't know. But I tried both, and I like the brown flax seeds better. Again, nutritionally, they're the same, so it doesn't matter which you get. I just like the brown flax seeds because I think they have a little bit heartier flavor to them, so that's what I get. So here's 1.5 tablespoons that I have already ground in my coffee grinder. And then the fourth ingredient is matcha. And if you're not familiar with matcha, I'm sure most people are, but if you're not, it is ground up green tea leaves. So rather than drinking green tea where you're steeping the tea in water and then you throw the leaves away and drink the water, these are actually the ground up tea leaves, so you're getting the full nutritional benefit of the actual tea leaves. Just make sure that you get organic, and I think Dr. Greger has recommended that you don't buy tea from China, at least some types of tea, and I think green tea is one of them. I'm not exactly sure, I'll have to look that up, but he definitely recommends not getting it from China because it was only recently that China stopped using lead in their gasoline. So where these tea leaves are grown is along the road, and with all the cars driving by with leaded gasoline fumes, that was getting into the tea, and there were traces of lead, getting into the tea. So you don't want that, obviously. So this is from Japan. I bought it at Whole Foods, and it's organic. So Japanese green tea, matcha. And that's it. So I'm just gonna start putting in. And this blender was also in my first video with the other smoothie, and it's from the 1940s. I'm so proud of this blender. I love it. So I'm just gonna dump everything in. Oops, I'm losing my berries. Dump everything in. And the matcha, I'm gonna use about 1/2 teaspoon. What I'm trying to do here is actually include one or two ingredients in the daily dozen that I find a little bit more difficult to incorporate into my diet every day. Like berries are super easy because they're just berries. You can literally just pop them in your mouth. Oat milk, same, you can just drink that. But I don't really know of a lot of ways that I like to eat ground flax seeds. I do have it with like a fruit salad and yogurt in the morning, which is fine. I do also mix it in with my oatmeal. Those are a couple ways that I get my ground flax seeds. But other than that, I don't really know what to do with ground flax seeds other than those things, or putting them in a smoothie. So that's one that I find kind of challenging to get every day. Yeah, and then, you just want to mix it up. So I'm going to put about half of my oat milk concoction in here and start blending. Okay, I think I blended that for just under a minute. And since I'm not using as many ingredients in this smoothie as I did in the other one, I probably put a little too much liquid in here, but I mean, it's good enough for now. Yeah, that's pretty good smoothie consistency. It's maybe a little bit more liquidy than I would like, but the thing about this particular smoothie actually is that with the blueberries and with the ground flax seeds, both tend to thicken if you let it sit. So it's actually okay that it's a little bit liquidy right now, because if I were to put this in a to-go cup and take it with me to work or wherever I'm going, by the time I get there, say it takes 15-20 minutes to get there, by the time I get there, it'll be a little bit actually thicker because of the ingredients that is in it. So it's okay if it's a little bit liquidy. Let's taste it. I like that. Obviously, the predominant taste is the blueberries. I can taste the flax seeds a little bit. Really can't taste the matcha much at all. But yeah, I think it's pretty yummy. I would maybe blend this for a little bit longer, or if you have a newer machine, because like I said, this is from the 1940s, so it's not exactly powerful like the modern day machines are. So I personally would blend it a little bit longer to get it smoother. If you have something like a Vitamix, then you'll have no problem doing that. But yeah, so cheers. This is my quick breakfast. I hope you try this out and let me know what you think. So have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.